And welcome back to Dragon's Fire. No, welcome back to the Nose Plays Dragon's Fire. We're going to go ahead and continue our pre-con deck review for MTG Arena in the closed beta here. Keep in mind this is a closed beta, so anything you see is subject to change when the game finally does release, but it is pretty close to being fully released at this point. So I think most of what you see is pretty much what you're going to get. And if you've played Hearthstone or games like Hearthstone, you're going to feel right at home. The layout for everything is so similar to Hearthstone, it's almost cheating. So let's go ahead and take a look at this deck. See what the red pre-constructed deck is giving us. Looks like we're going to be playing some goblins. 3 copies of Goblin Instigator. Very much a go wide strategy. Lots and lots of little creatures that you then have effects that can buff them up and do cool things. As long as you have a dragon, you get flying. So this is probably a Goblin Dragon deck maybe. Lightning Strike. Just one of the best removal spells in the game. Very flexible. Can hit your opponent in the face. Can hit a planeswalker. Can hit a creature. Instant speed spell. Really good. 3 copies of Sure Strike is also pretty good. It's a good combat trick, and most of the time when you use this trick, you basically trade out, and you don't lose a creature. You get a trade one of their creatures off the board, or remove one of their creatures from the board. So that's pretty cool. Pyromancer is just a good aggro card, kind of like a card with haste, but it doesn't actually have to do damage. So if you play this late, it's still 2 to the face, which is really nice. When they have all their blockers up, you don't have to worry about getting through. Just a real generic ogre card for 2 for 3. A 3/1 haste creature. Spitflame is fantastic and better if you have dragons in your deck, because you can pick it back up and play it again. Havoc Devils is just a 4/3 trample, and as I pointed out, red is the ally of green, and green is typically a trample ability, but a lot of times the main abilities of a color will spill into the other colors, so you might see red and white cards occasionally with some trample. Probably just red more than white. Demanding Dragon's fantastic rare. If you see this in a draft or in a sealed draft, fantastic card, really good. Definitely play it. Fire Elemental's an oldie but goodie. I remember one of my very first cards when I started playing Magic was a Fire Elemental. The artwork for it was really cool back then. I'm not crazy about this artwork. It's a pretty generic big body card. Not great in any format. But it can be dangerous if it gets on the field. Spark Tongue Dragon. An interesting card. The dragon will allow us to pick up our Spitflame, so that's cool. And if we're late game with this card, the 3/3 flyer body's okay, not great late game, but the effect of paying 3 for some extra damage, either to our opponent or to one of his creatures, can be really useful. Really cool if you play it main 2 after combat's over, and you can finish off a creature you weren't able to kill. We got a couple more. So some kind of dinosaur. 6/6 deals 3 damage to target opponent or planeswalker, and 3 damage to up to 1 target creature. That's not bad. Fiery Finish, just a big burst damage spell to the face. The Dragon Queen. This card's awesome. So every time you play a dragon, you get another one. This is just basically how it works. Pretty cool. And the more dragons you have, the more powerful this card becomes. Volcanic Dragon, Meteor Golem, and a bunch of mountains. Okay. Not bad. It feels very red. I kind of wish we had some more like dragon eggs or something in the early game, but I'm sure we could like swap those in if we do we have any dragon eggs? We got Shock. Shock is a really good spell. I wouldn't mind having a copy of Shock. Maybe take one of those out and swap a Shock in. Oh, look at that. My first deck. It's officially mine now. I wanted a dragon's egg. don't have a Dragon's Egg, do we? How are these sorted? I can't even tell. Yeah, none of these look like M19 cards. Maybe I'm in the wrong set. That's lands. Advanced filters. I'm guessing they're unowned, and that's why I don't have any. Okay, well, we'll just swap that out for the one copy of Shock, and we'll get right in there. Liliana. Liliana is such a cool character. Oof. Okay, this is a bad hand. So we got Sure Strike, which requires a creature, and we have like 3 of our most expensive cards. So we're definitely going to mulligan that. We need something early to play. That is not much better. Wow. Okay, well, it looks like we may be getting... Should I mulligan again? Man, it's bad. Alright, we're going to mulligan one more. We got to get it. Like a goblin. Ugh. Alright, I will keep whatever. We want that on the bottom of our deck. Yep. Okay. So the Scry rule is new. I guess it came out in 2015. I went back and looked it up when we were playing M19 a couple weeks ago, and yeah, that's kind of cool. I really like it for mulligans. You get a Scry 1 if you mulligan down to 6 or 5 or 4, whatever. It's only ever 1 card, though. Okay, slow start. That could be really bad against green. Need to draw goblins. That's not a goblin. Drawing goblins late, it feels terrible too. Especially against green. Because they have so many big trample creatures. So this guy's actually playing a constructed deck. This is not one of the precons. We're probably moving up against higher competition because we've won a few times now, but this is almost certainly going to be a loss. We have no plays that I really want to do, so I could use the Spit Flame, and maybe I probably should have, but I'd rather save it for a bigger target. It is a card we can pick up, which is nice. Okay, that might be a target worth getting rid of. How much mana does he have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. He's at 5. I'll let that resolve, sorry. Holding the game up here. Yeah, I got nothing for you. Okay. Okay, finally. 4 land, finally have a play. And it's actually not a bad play. Their board isn't too overwhelming yet. But we do have to get rid of this next turn probably with our Spit Flame. If he doesn't block with it, which he probably won't. Alright, so he's at 6 now. 5 plus the elf makes 6. Next turn he can pop this for a dragon. I almost want to use Spit Flame on his 2/2. Okay. So he's pumping up. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to use Spit Flame on this, and if he brings the dragon out, we can pick our Spit Flame up. That might be the play we pull here. Or do we just put another devil out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, and if he drops a land, that's 7. I like the idea of this because it lets me pick it up if he plays a dragon, which is just a cool interaction. I don't know if this is the best play, but I just want to show off this card because it's so freaking cool. And the cool part is whenever a dragon enters the battlefield, oh, it is under your control. Ah, so that probably was definitely not the right play. Oh well, I thought it was any player. Okay, well, he's gonna get a dragon now. Yep, there it is, and the tap for the 7. He's got to tap out to do it. So the thing is, we do have Meteor Golem in hand. He did not do it. Okay. Well, that lets me bring out Fire Elemental. That's kind of weird. He taps 1, 2, 3 to bring that out. I guess he's only on 1 card, so unless he top decks something good, we actually might get back into this game. This is going to be a problem when it becomes a dragon, but like I said, eventually we'll draw enough land to play Meteor Golem, and that's gone. So that's one threat we can definitely deal with. He's got another ship on fire. That hurts. Can I get a land? A mountain, please. He's got enough to do this effect. He just, I don't know what he has in his hand. Maybe he wants to save it. He knows I've been holding cards, so he might think that I have something in my hand that I can use to remove it, but yeah, here comes the sack. Alright. This is going to be painful. So we've only got 3 turns. Unfortunately, this doesn't save us. We need to get to 7 mana. This gives us 1 turn. If we draw a land right now, we'll get 1 extra turn to block that 1 time. Removal spell, I don't know what removal spells we have. Maybe a shock? No, because that costs 1, and we would need all 6 to play this. Yeah, I don't know how we come out of this alive. We're just not drawing the land as efficiently as we need to. Yeah, and then, boom. He's got the face damage. Alright, so that's my first loss. Not surprising. I was really lucky in those first 2 games. Let's see if we can get 1 more game with this deck and maybe get some better draws. Mulliganing down to 5 cards was probably bad, but man, we had some terrible hands. So we'll play 1 more time with this one, and then I will jump into one of the last 2 decks. Playing the Jaster. Okay. Well, this is moderately better with the 2 lightning strikes. We'll keep. We better draw some lands though. We gotta draw into at least 5 lands here. Throw that out. That ends the turn. Green deck. Alright. 2. And I think we'll save. I could just go face with one of them, but save the other one. Okay. We'll let that resolve. And then we'll use this now. And maintain tempo. Alright, cool. So we're at 3 lands. Unfortunately, I don't have a play this turn. This is a bad draw with no creatures on the board. So yeah, we just end turn. If he plays anything with 3 health or less, we'll lightning strike it and keep tempo. I might leave that on the board. That's such a weak creature, we don't need to worry about that. We do need to draw land to get our Havoc Devil out. If we get Havoc Devil out, we can respond to whatever he plays. Sorry, I gotta remember to do this, so I gotta let this resolve. We can respond to whatever... Yeah, I'm just gonna... I need to remember to use this button more. We'll respond to whatever he does with Lightning Strike, hopefully. And that's not what we wanted to draw, so... Shucks. Okay. I may want to play Lightning Strike. Not on that. It's going to take that a while to chew through us. Okay, this is a good card for the board state we have. Finally have a play. That's good. Now we can use our lightnings, or not our Sure Strike. That would be good next turn if we don't draw into a land, particularly against that. So the question is, does he swing? He does. Nope. He's just going to pass. Alright, we got our lands. So, I've got a couple of options. I'll bring out the Havoc Devils. His Ballast hits us. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go combat. And we're going to attack. See what he does. Okay. We will Sure Strike that. Yep. So I still have my Lightning Strike queued up if we need it. We're going to take 5 to the face. Oh, ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay. That is scary stuff right there. So how do we get rid of that? Okay. He's just attacking with the 5/5. Nope, he's going with both. I have no blockers. Okay. Do we want to play anything now? Nope. Land was a good draw. That means we can play this, or we can play this. I think we just play this. Make him decide what he's going to do. If he swings in as is, we're going to take damage, but I think we can remove some of his creatures. And he's running out of cards, so maybe we hold off and then can swing back into this. He's swinging with everything. He may have a combat trick. I'm thinking he doesn't have a combat trick though. So if I take 8, that puts me down to 6. Trade that out. But then I can play Sure Strike next turn. I really need Sure Strike here. Alright. we're just going to go with the 1 blocker, and we're going to bait out the kill on the Mammoth next turn. Oh, and he throws the Titanic Growth on there. Dirty. Dirty. Okay, I think that's going to be a concede. Yeah. Yeah, if I do this, he sacks that and gains 2 life, so that's no good. So Demanding Dragon does have a downside in that when a player wants to sacrifice creatures or has a good target for sack, like the Elf or the Highland Games creature, you just sack that and the dragon just comes out, and it's not that scary. But when they don't have a board, or if you're ahead, you know, it's really, really scary because then they lose a blocker that they really need. I think this is just a concede. There's nothing I can do, so we'll just go ahead and concede. Yeah, that was good. That green deck looks really strong. I like it. He's playing pretty much the basic green deck. So, all right, well, that's going to wrap up the red deck review. So hopefully that was somewhat enjoyable, and we'll pick up the next game with blue, so stay tuned for that. It'll be coming out shortly. This has been the Nose Plays. Have a great day.